People from all over the world visit Japan now, expecting to see Japan's distinct sceneries, beautiful landscapes, highlighting Japanese culture, unique products that you can get only in Japan, and try food or drinks served by local businesses. If you hope to have those wonderful parts of Japan, you should venture out from big cities like Tokyo. But I hear you. My flight is landing in Tokyo and I have a limited time. Well, no worries. Tokyo is surrounded by many smaller cities and regional businesses that you can hit within 2 hours. In this episode, I will take you to a craft beer brewery called Beard near a beautiful hot spring area called Shuzenji, located in the Izu Peninsula. So, how can we get to Shuzenji? Of course, you can get there by car, but Japan has great transportation systems, so I often use them. For example, from Tokyo, you can take Shinkansen Kodama to the Mishima station and transfer to the express train called Odoriko or Dancing Girl, which is named after a famous story, Dancing Girl of Izu by Kawabata Yasunari, about a sweet and sour love story between two young people. From Tokyo, you can also take the same express to Shuzenji. It's only 2 hours without transfer.
Yeah, let's go.
The hot spring town of Shuzenji has delightful landscapes with seasonal charms, especially in autumn. It's astonishingly beautiful with the streams and little waterfalls with soothing sounds. They also have bamboo forests stretching high into the sky and Buddhist temples with graceful looks and enticing stories. To get to Beard Brewery in Shuzenji from the hot spring town, you can take a bus for about 30 minutes or take a taxi for 8 minutes. Or if you like to do exercise, you can walk for 46 minutes. On the way to the brewery, I saw greens and water streams, and it could have been a relaxing path walking through the countryside. But the day when I visited the brewery, we had a weird weather.
Oh my god, this is not a joke.
Winds were blowing around so hard. Then I finally got to the brewery and the sun came out. Yay! There are 2 reasons why I visited this brewery. First, I tried their golden lager called Shuzenji Heritage Heras at the hot spring inn and I fell in love with it.
Good. This is pretty good.
Second, the founder Brian's words touched my heart. According to the Japan Beer Times, he said that it took a long time to get his brewery on the right track. He had 4 children and he put his life into this. Everything is so much harder than he thought. But he says this is why passion for beer is so important. You know, starting something new and growing it is difficult. Growing a YouTube channel is also a challenge. To make each video, I put time, energy, and money, but it's not always smooth. I sometimes get anxious and ask, am I publishing too few videos? Should I focus on a different topic? Then Brian's words encouraged me. If you are doing what you love, you won't give up. Just because it's not working, you don't easily go elsewhere to do something you don't want to do. If you work with honesty and integrity and have a long-term plan, you will succeed. And his brewery succeeded, and their beers are so delicious. When it was first established in 2000, the brewery was brewing in a small system, only 30 liters each time. But here in Shuzenji, I heard that they have expanded its brewing capacity to 6,000 liters. However, I think there are things unchanged. There are three principles to which Brian and Sayuri continue to adhere even as they grew their business. First, never compromise on making quality beer. Second, making beer that they believe is delicious. Their unshakable attitude is that it's not the most important part whether everybody likes their beers. This is what makes this brewery so attractive. Third, remember to study and grow. Brian from Ohio in the United States studied political economics, Japanese studies, and international economics in the US college and graduate school. In addition, in order to make beer, he took a brewing and engineering course, got first-hand experience and training as an apprentice at the brewery, and read a bunch about beer industries and opinions of beer business investors. He is like someone who keeps learning. I believe that the sincere attitude and experience of Brian and Sayuri brought Baird Brewery's success. By the way, this brewery regularly serves seasonal beers, and wow, look at this! There are so many kinds. I wanted to try them all, but I could only try 7. Ooh, I like this name, Japanese Tail Ale. To make this ale, they used soft underground water from the brewery grounds and plum harvested from the garden. I love the cloudy color. Slightly sour with a subtle earthy flavor. Refreshing. I especially like the smoke and fire habanero stout. The smoky rich flavor and the soft stimulation of habanero are well balanced and wonderful. I heard that they grew the habanero by themselves. Amazing. And among the beers they produce all year round, I tried Wheat King Wheat, which is also delicious. Made with homemade yeast, this Belgian ale has a lively fruit flavor and Weizen-like aroma. What's great about Baird beers is not only their flavors, but also their labels. Eiko Nishida, a friend of Brian and Sayuri, designed these. They are so dynamic and vibrant. And wow, colors are nice and bold. The mandarin orange flowers and fruit look fresh, almost giving off juicy aroma. This is for yuzu, Japanese citrus ale. Some of her landscapes create insightful but relaxing atmosphere, while others show energetic movements. Her portrayal of people is also amazing. At the Baird Brewery in Shuzenji, you can enjoy so many activities. Yes, you can take a tour. Yes, you can do a picnic outside. And oh my god, you can camp too? They have a nice camping ground. It would be perfect to stay overnight and fully enjoy the nature of Shuzenji along with their fantastic beers. Cheers! And see you in future episodes.